way to the skate park, and I'm taking the opportunity to work on some designs for an upcoming market. This is one of my older Halloween illustrations. I think it was for like Inktober one year, and my friend gifted me this iPad, so I've been really enjoying using it for projects like this where I can kind of go back in and make changes and cut out the images. Like, it's actually been really helpful for making my stickers, and now I'm gonna make these into cutouts because I've always loved those Halloween cutouts. I think it's like Beisel. I always said Beastly, but I think recently I heard other people say Beisel, so maybe it's Beisel. They're just these really cool, like, vintage Halloween decorations that my mom had, and she always made Halloween really special with the way that she decorated. I just developed a love for Halloween just because of the aesthetic that she brought and just the feeling of fall, and I don't know, there's just something special and magical about like Halloween imagery to me. And my brother was a big horror fan, so I'm sure that might have something to do with it. Yeah, I just really love Halloween. A lot of my older artwork from art school, I had that, like, I actually physically cut it out, and it was just, I don't know, it was just like a thing that made it feel like more alive and like more real, and I just liked the sort of interactive element of like a cutout. So I don't know, I got that silhouette machine and was making the stickers, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I did like a larger format of cutouts? One of the things I've really been enjoying over the past couple years is learning to skateboard. I don't do it as much as I probably could to get better, and I still kind of am not that good. But on this day I was sort of practicing turns because I'm not very confident like keeping my balance on the board yet, and like making turns, and like I can only really go one way, and like watching it on the camera, it's like, dang, I was barely even moving. But like when you're on the board, it feels like, at least to me, it feels like you're moving a lot more than I guess it looks on the outside.
See all the colors there.
So I prepared a few of my designs for the cutouts, and I'm gonna do some test prints and cuts with my cameo. It's been like trial and error with the silhouette cameo thing because it's just so like, it's just really tedious, and you have to make sure like every setting is matching like in your, like when you print it out and what's in the Silhouette Studio program. Because if not, like even like something so simple that really like fixed all my problems is I came across this video of this lady saying like make sure that borderless is not enabled when you print it, because it'll make it kind of like change like how it prints out, and it won't match the actual layout on Silhouette Studio or whatever. So like that little setting fixed like every problem that I had. I mean, maybe not every problem, but like the biggest one that I had, because it's like I would have it would start cutting good, and then like halfway through it would just start like mauling half of the thing up and being off the lines, and it was just annoying. And I almost gave up like a bunch of times because I was just like, there's something wrong with this thing. And even like, I don't really know what this was about, but it had these weird moments where it would just start like grinding and going to the side and just like making this horrid noise, and it just wasn't fun. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh no, sticky. Should help if I had 2 hands. Oh yeah, junk. Stick him. So in the midst of these cutouts, my chaotic mind latched onto several more ideas and decided that I wanted to get into printmaking again. So I've always wanted to print t-shirts, like ever since college. I took a printmaking class, and relief carving was one of the things that we did, and we actually printed some shirts with like a little mini press one time. And I mean, they had bigger presses, but I just remember this one event where we went out somewhere like local and took the little mini press and just sold t-shirts, and it was just really cool. So I've always wanted to get a press, and I had one that my teacher built basically, but I could never get it to work. I think like because there was like there were these springs inside of it, and they always like popped out, and I just never could figure out how to keep that from happening. So I was like in the market, like I've been in the market for a press for like the past, I'm ashamed to say this because I feel like super old now, but like 10 years, because like I graduated in 2015 from art school. And I don't know, like if you've looked at presses, they're not cheap. And so I found these videos where these people basically just hacked a cold press laminator, or they didn't really hack it, but it just is a cold press laminator and they're using it as a press. So I was like, hey, this thing's $100 versus like $700 probably on the low end for a press. Cause like all the mini presses on like Dick Blick or like what is that other, whatever, art supply stores, like they were just in the hundreds. And I just don't have that kind of money laying around, so I took a chance on the little cold press laminator. And the cool thing is it like doubles as a laminator, obviously, because it's a laminator. And I have to laminate my stickers, so I can use it. It's like dual purpose, man. Like I can use it to laminate my stickers and I can print my t-shirts. So it's a win-win. So in order to print the t-shirts, I needed to get some relief carving materials. And if you don't know what relief is, it's basically where you carve out a design and then you ink it up and print it. Sort of like making a stamp. And so in college, I used this stuff called MDF board, which is just basically like compressed particle board, I think. And I always liked it because you could get like huge sheets at Lowe's or somewhere and cut it down and have like multiple blocks to carve on. So we went and we didn't find the MDF, but we found a little squirrel friend.
You should post this on your YouTube channel.
So technically, this wouldn't be home improvement for him.
No.
Since I couldn't find the MDF at Lowe's like thin enough, I just got some linoleum blocks online, and those were perfect for what I needed. They were just a little more expensive, but it's okay because everything worked out fine, and they were perfect height to go under my press. I had a market coming up the weekend, so I really wanted something that was easy to carve and get done, because I was just trying to do too much and get ready like last minute. So I just chose my logo design to do it first, just to get back into it. What's up, friends? I'm in my car. I got my carving tools and I'm working on a block for some t-shirts that I want to try to do before the market on Saturday. It's super last minute, but I have updates on stuff. Like, I'm sure my little makeshift press, oh, it's not really a makeshift, it's pretty nice, but it's actually a cold press laminator. I'm sure that'll be in this video, but I'm going to use that to print some shirts, and I've been using it for my stickers, so that's been really helpful, like laminating them and eliminating the air bubbles or the potential for like screwing up a whole sheet because I wrinkled it. But anyway, it's just been really cool to work on like a bunch of different things. I feel like you'll probably see everything in this video, but for now, this is where a lot of the stuff happens. There's my little tool set. I got my chips. But yeah, I work full time, probably like most days 10 hours a day. So I have to like suck up every time, like every piece of time that I have, which is why I'm about to leave. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and explain some things, but I'll be back with more in-depth stuff later. See you. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to print something, but I can't find my ink brayer because it's been years since I've done printmaking, which kind of annoys me that I don't have what I need, even though like I've had it. I had these things and it was packed up with these, and I don't understand where they went. So anyway, I'm gonna do my best here and try to use a sponge because I looked online and they said you can do that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm like super excited because I've been carving this thing all week, trying to get it done for the market this weekend. Might need more than that, I don't know. I never used a sponge for this. I feel like this is not a good idea. And it's gonna get ink everywhere that I don't want it. But we'll do our best. I don't even know if I carved everything good enough yet. I just wanted to do like a test so that I could see how it was looking. It's not like a press bed, so I'm just gonna use this little foam board that I have. And I didn't even check my pressure, so I'm just gonna guess that is not loose enough, son. I don't really know. It feels like it's way loose. Okay, that is obviously. Let me just move this before I do something stupid. Alright, that is going through. I don't know how tight it needs to be. Tighter. That might be good. I don't know though. I gotta account for this dang linoleum. Oh yeah, we could do embossing. That's so freaking tight. Check it out. Thermometers. That's pretty neat looking. Can you see that? I don't know. My stupid low battery thing. Yeah. I don't know. I think I need to carve some more. But it's looking kind of cool. So today was the market and I'm back and I don't feel like talking about it right now. But I made some new friends and I'll be back to share more when I get some rest. What's up? So the market went well. I'm just on my lunch break at work. I don't have much time, but I just wanted to pop in and just give a little update. All the people were super nice and I felt like really welcomed, and I actually did the best at this market than I've done at any of the other ones, which is really weird to me because like you'd think at like an oddities market or like a metaphysical market, my stuff being sort of weird like it is, like it would do better at those kind of events, but I don't know if it was just like, I'm sorry, there's like this weird looking bug on me. What is this thing? It's like a little, oh, okay. See ya. But anyway, I don't know, I just thought like maybe at a more specific themed market my stuff would do better, but I don't really know if it was just like a chance thing or what, but I don't know. It was super cool because like the booth fees weren't that expensive, so I made like probably triple my money, or probably more than that honestly, so that's good. And made like some cool friends, and I want to come back because I got like some cute little dollies. I'll have to explain more, but I just met like a fellow vendor, had a cool conversation, and then went and checked out her stuff and was immediately drawn to like these little monster dolls that she made, and she wrote a little story, and I might share that. So that was really cool, and then met some cool customers, and it was just a really chill place, and I didn't feel like as awkward as I usually do at places. Like definitely the last event that I went to, like I struggled mentally a lot. It was just like some like self depreciative thoughts or whatever the word is. So like at this one, I don't know, I just felt like it went smoothly, and I was really worried about like setting up my tent because I didn't have anybody with me, and like, this nice lady came like just in time to help me set it up, and then like I got done maybe like 30 minutes ahead of time, like setting up my table, and it was just like, I don't know, just a breeze, and it's not but like an hour from my house, so just all around it was a cool experience, and I want to definitely attend more at that place. And found out about some other cool markets, like I think an oddities one that's in the same town, and like an artist, like a big artist juried type show or whatever. So yeah, like definitely feel like I'm finding a good place to connect with people, and seemed like a lot of them like resonated with my stuff, which is nice. And I don't know, like it's just cool. Like I feel weird because it's like, of course, like I want people to enjoy what I make, but I'm noticing like it's just like a weird contrast from the last one, because like I was feeling all those negative feelings about, like, I don't want to say negative, but just like telling myself these stories or whatever that weren't the most helpful, because I felt like people didn't like my stuff. And then this time it's like I had a lot of compliments and stuff, and I don't say that to like boast or anything, but it was just like a weird thing, because I noticed that I have a hard time accepting compliments and stuff. And it's like, while there's a part of me obviously that like appreciates it, and that's what I like ultimately want, is like people to support what I do and stuff, and like, you know, for it to resonate, it is like hard for me to know how to receive that. I don't know, like just because I'm so used to, I guess, telling myself that I'm rejected or whatever. So yeah, like even like one of the ladies that was beside me at her booth, like she came by, I was looking at my art, and she's like, oh, what do we have here? Sorry, it's time to go back in, but I'm gonna talk a few more minutes. But a lady next to me came up and was like, oh, what do you have here? And I was like, a bunch of weird art. So like I already kind of like insult myself because I'm like nervous about being accepted and stuff. So I don't know, it's just like a really interesting contrast, like I said, of being accepted at this one and feeling welcomed and appreciated, and I don't know, just cool. Like I'm learning things and I feel like I'm growing. So anyway, I'll be back with more soon, but I gotta go work for 5 more hours. I feel like this video is gonna be super like scattered because I don't really have a lot of time to film outside of breaks at work, and then like, I don't know, at home just don't have a lot of privacy to really record because I'm too self-conscious to do it around my partner. But I mean, unless I'm just like working and not talking. But anyway, so updates, I now have a heat press. I found one on marketplace and got me a little deal so I can heat set my shirts. I had a lot of like experiments going on with inks because like I forgot, like it's been so long since I've done printmaking stuff that I forgot about the types of ink and stuff, and I had some relief ink, and I guess I just thought that all of it, or I don't know, I just forgot there was like oil-based and water-based and specific fabric ink and stuff like that, and what I had was just normal relief ink, like water-based. And so I did one shirt for myself and washed it, and the ink washed out. So then I was like, oh yeah, like I mean, I heat set it in the dryer, but I didn't think about the fact that I needed actual like fabric ink. So I got different ink, and I had some regular oil-based relief ink that I used for some. So I'm waiting on those to dry, and then I'm gonna I guess I need to heat set those. I don't know, I've read mixed things. But I also had some screen printing ink, which didn't give the best results, but I don't know, I was kind of desperate and just using what I had. So I'm gonna probably heat set those soon because I have the heat press now and they're dry. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know, I'm just going through like experimental things, just trying to get back into it and make some decent shirts to sell at market this weekend, because I'm doing the same market that I just did this past Saturday, which I didn't get any footage from that, unfortunately, because I was just like going by myself and I was kind of a little nervous about it. But like I said earlier, everything went fine, and I'll be back this weekend, and I'm actually like I'm feeling super like outrageous because like I signed up for 2 markets, and like the first one is from like 9 to 1, and I have to leave my house at like 6 a.m. to drive an hour and get there by 7:30 to like set up and just give myself a little extra time in case anything happens, you know. And then I gotta pack up and leave there and be at another one at 2, and I think it's from like 3 to 9, and so I'm gonna have a full day, and I'm like nervous but also excited. And I mean, aside from just like setting up and taking down and moving and stuff, like it's gonna be pretty chill, I'm sure. And like the heat is like the worst part probably, and just like being stuck like sitting, but I don't know, I think it'll be fun. So I've been wanting to share about these little dolls that I got. I met this really cool person, this fellow vendor, and she came up to my booth and we were talking for a good while, or not a good while, because I mean she had to go back to her booth because customers, but anyway, it was just like a really cool conversation, and I felt like we were like, I don't know, understanding each other, which is like rare for me. I feel like I don't really connect with that many people, and yeah, so it just felt like a kindred spirit, you know. So then like toward the end of the event, I actually got up and kind of like just walked a little bit to see the other booths, and I, like right when I got to her like table or whatever, her booth, like I saw these little monsters, and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're so cute. And I had to ask her about them. I was like, did you make these? And she's like, yeah. And then like they came with this little story, and like I immediately knew I wanted them. So I was like, can I get those? And then she actually like bought one of my decks, which was really cool because she had pulled a card at my table and we were talking about that. I asked her permission before I filmed this, but I just wanted to read their story, so I'm gonna let you see them while I read their story. I apologize in advance for the angle. This is their story. These creatures come from a land of imagination made reality. In their world, the most valued things in society are communication and understanding, because every single one of them is made differently. Because of these differences, it is fruitless to make any assumptions. For this reason, asking questions is an honored sign of respect and appreciation. They come into existence spontaneously, out of thin air. When this happens, the community gathers to welcome the newcomer and to contribute in order to make sure they have everything they need. There are no divisions marked by the clothing they wear, their names, facial expression, or how their body is formed. They view themselves and each other as variations of the same thing. The same way no 2 snowflakes are exactly alike. Everyone is different and everyone is beautiful. This view is ingrained into their culture. They teach all new members of their society a song to sing, so that they may remember that everyone, including theirself, is valuable and beautiful just because they exist. They sing this song to themselves every morning when they wake up for encouragement and motivation. This is their song, full of emotion, free from division. To understand is our method, to help is our mission. We see only beauty when we look at our neighbor. We celebrate difference. It gives our lives flavor. They think this about you too. Even though you are different from them, they still think you are beautiful and valuable because you are. Isn't that just super cute? The little friends. Anyway, I just thought it was like really cool that the message behind those is kind of in alignment with what I'm about and the message I'm trying to put out there. And it's just really nice to meet like fellow souls that get it, you know? I mean, anyway, and just like have these beautiful creations. Make new friends. Okay, I'm all set up. I'm sweaty and it's hot, but I'm gonna be here till 1, so I'm gonna get used to it. But anyway, I feel kind of anxious because there's people back there. But I just wanted to check in, and I'll be back. Whew, I'm about to have a heat stroke, but I just went to the bathroom the first time since like 5 a.m. It's 1:30 something, and I'm on my way to the second event.
Have you ever tried zooming in with your phone?
I'm all set up at the second event, and it's been a few hours. It's really slow, but there's people coming every now and then, and I think there's people coming now, so I'm gonna go. Never mind, they don't care. They're just walking by. But anyway, it's definitely rough. I would not recommend 2 events in like or what's it called? Not unison. In I don't know what to call it, back to back. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm hot, dehydrated, probably been sweating all morning and afternoon. But yeah, I would definitely not recommend this to do, like, unless there was more time in between to recover, because I was literally like freaking out trying to get to this place and unload it and stuff. Luckily I didn't have to put up another tent. But yeah, I almost like felt like I was gonna pass out a couple times because I didn't have time to eat. But yeah, anyway, that's what's happening. I'm hoping it'll pick up as it gets cooler and later. It's till 9. Let's do a regular video. It's fine.
Just doing a video.
I finally made it home, and it's like 11 something. I've been going since like 5 a.m. The second market, I feel like, wasn't really that worth it, which surprises me because it was like 6 hours, and I really thought it was gonna be better. I mean, I don't regret going, but I do like wish I hadn't pushed myself so far because I'm feeling it. And it was definitely like too much to pack into one day because I had to drive there an hour and back an hour, and then like the stress of being between the markets. And I mean, it was a lot easier knowing that they already had the tents set up at the second event, but I just am not a city person, and I don't understand how parking stuff works, so I freaked out in the parking garage because I was like, well, I hope I'm in the right garage. And then I was like, well, I have a parking little slip ticket thing. What do I do with this thing? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to pay. And then I just happened to be at the right one, thankfully, and made it to my little spot. And then like I was just kind of panicking because there was a lot to do, and I was just like hungry and just like deprived and dehydrated, and I don't know, I just don't do well like under pressure like that and stress and like time. I feel like time is one of my like weaknesses, I guess, as far as like stress, because I just feel like if I know I have like a time limit or something, I just like panic. So yeah, that wasn't nice, but I mean, finally I got set up, and then my partner got there and he made me a sandwich, and I could finally like eat, because there was like a time when I was about to like pass out, I guess from like the heat and just like not eating since the morning and stuff. Sid, hello. Hey Sid, weird, what's going on? I missed you. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it was cool to get out there and stuff, but as far as like making money, I mean, I made a little, but definitely didn't equal out in like the effort part, I guess. But it's cool. Like the first market was, hey Sid, you're so cute. The first part was pretty good, and I only spent $35 on the first market, and the second one was free, so it's not like I lost any money, so that's good. And I actually like pushed myself to socialize a little more, and there was like a tarot lady. I went and made a point to talk to her just because I was like, hey, Dex. Just, I don't know, trying to make friends. And then I actually talked to a couple of my little booth neighbors, and I don't know, I just felt like a lot more relaxed at these. I guess maybe it's just because I'm like doing so many that I'm getting used to it, or maybe it's like the environment feels more like inviting. But it was just nice to not like stress about like my art and stuff as much. Like I feel like my last video about like the metaphysical fair, like I was just like super in my head and just like not able to enjoy the stuff. But this market, I just kind of like enjoy just sitting back and watching people's reactions and stuff. And Sid is ready for his can, but sorry to say, man, I forgot to pick up some more cans, so I feel bad now. But I guess I'll go and I'm gonna relax because I'm like a freaking sweat hog. I've sweated all day. I need a shower and I want sleep. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll be back, but in case I'm not, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to me complain. Yeah. See you. What's up? I'm Empathetic Chicken, and I have a selfie stick. I found it at Goodwill recently. It's kind of weird. But at least you're not like up in my teeth and mouth and stuff like usual. I'm gonna try to hold it steady. But anyway, just wanted to pop in and document this moment. It's like 7:20 something or 30 sunset. Sorry. I don't know. But I just had this like random burst of energy or like inspiration to like post or launch my second Oracle deck, which if you don't know about that, I had this campaign originally back in like 2023 or something, where I was trying to launch both Chicken Transition Oracle and my other deck, which is an alternate reality Oracle. But I was like super uninformed about like how to do things. I kind of like overshot it and just kind of tried to do too much. That's a lot of junk in the back. Ooh. Oh well, that's life. This is the real deal. But anyway, it's so weird how that, like, the judgment that's like internalized from that. But anyways, but that campaign, I just was unprepared and set my goal like insanely high because I was like, I want to do all the things. I want to do all these like stretch goal things, or not stretch goals, add-ons. And I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I was just going, like taking the idea and running with it, getting nuts. But anyway, I mean, it was a good learning experience, and I definitely felt like this campaign was like super easy to put together just because I know now like not what to do, or not know what not to do. Yeah, so anyways, long explanation just to say that campaign failed, and then I launched my Chicken Transition Oracle I'm getting bit by something, last year on this very day at the same time. I'm gonna launch this one at 8 p.m. By the time you watch this, it's gonna probably already be going. And anyway, that campaign was successful, so I was able to create my decks. And yeah, so like the other deck just kind of like hung around and never got created past like a sample deck that I got made. But now I'm just feeling like I'm really ready to continue my journey with Kickstarter. And I feel like a little nervous just because it's so like all of a sudden, and I don't know, I'm coming to terms with the fact that like I'm a very sporadic person sometimes as far as like inspiration and like energy and art projects, like, and I get like super excited about stuff like I'm sure in this video you'll see that I'm like printing t-shirts and what's the other thing I was doing? I don't remember, but anyway, I was just like exploring all these different things like at the same time, and that mowing is super obnoxious. But yeah, I just get like excited and just jump around a lot. So it could just be one of those things, but it enabled me to like finish my campaign because I was just like, oh my gosh, it's coming up on a year since I launched my chicken transition oracle, and wouldn't it be cool if like 1 year to the day I also launched an alternate reality oracle? And so I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then within like 2 days I had finished, like I just finished like probably a couple hours ago, like for the most part all my stuff on my page. I had like a few little edits with shipping stuff, but yeah, like it just feels really nice to just have it all flow, and I'm just like tapped into what I'm doing, you know. Oh, excuse me, burp needed to release. But yeah, I'm just gonna like stand here a minute because I'm tired. But yeah, by the time you see this, I wonder how my campaign will be doing. Hopefully, like my main concern is just like the reach, because I'm not very like frequent as far as posting goes. Like I said, I just kind of have to wait until I feel inspired to do things, because I don't know, I just struggle to force myself to be like social and do the whole social media stuff. But yeah, I guess at least when I share stuff, it's like substance. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not saying other people's stuff isn't when it's more frequent, but I'm just saying like I'd rather like wait and give like something of value instead of just like forcing myself to show up when I'm not ready. But yeah, it's just not my strength as far as like showing up frequently. Hey Pepper. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much all I was gonna say. Just kind of document this time. And I'm sorry if this is really shaky, like I'm not really good at this whole selfie deal. But yeah, alright friends, see ya on the other side. Oh yeah, real quick, if you want to like check out the campaign, I'm sure I'll have the links in the links in the description, so if you understood all that, you know where to find it. Okay guys, it's 7:59. I'm waiting to click the launch button. I think it's super weird that there's no like automated Kickstarter button. If there is, I don't know about it. Yeah, it's gonna be a long 60 seconds. Okay. Started a little bit early. I wish I knew exactly the countdown. I'd be counting, man. Oh my gosh, stop. I'm going on wrong pages. Okay, it's 8. Oh my gosh, we're launching. We're launching. I'm ready to launch. Let me launch. I read the details. And drum roll, it says. We're freaking live, man.